everybody. Happy Thursday. I hope you are all having a lovely day. I'm just checking that we are live because apparently I had frozen. So, just going to wait for a second. Okay, I think we're good. So my name is Charlie. I have been teaching this class for a little while now. I run a business called Deep Tide. I'm a mental health therapist and obviously a yoga teacher and yoga therapy teacher. And this class, plus I think there's two others on the schedule, is focusing a lot more on our mental health. So using yoga and the principles of neuroscience, yoga therapy, acupressure, and then traditional yoga, and moving those all together, and of course pranayama, breathing techniques, to help us create a better resilience to fighting kind of the struggles of mental health. So say hi out there on the chat if you want to, or welcome to say hi at the end. And like I said, my name is Charlie, and if you're interested or have any further questions off the back of these classes, you can always reach out to me, deeptide.co.uk or deep.tide on social media. Okay, so if you are new to this class, welcome. We always do a little bit of talking at the beginning for me to talk through the element and what we're going to try and work on today. So just get a comfortable seat. If your knees are really, really high, I'd always recommend bringing a pillow or two so that you can raise your hips. You can sit on a pillow or on a stack of pillows. Let's just get comfortable. So just allow the spine to be really tall. Let your shoulders relax. Allow the neck to kind of just soften. Let the arms be heavy, so you can just have the hands on the back of the knees or in the lap. And just soften your gaze, kind of lower your chin down a little bit. And I'm just going to talk you through what we're going to focus on today. So we have worked through so far the 4 elements of the 5 elements. So we've gone earth, water, fire, air, and now we're coming into space or spirit. In other places it's called wood or ether, but in my kind of elemental world I call it space. So space of the 5 elements is the 5th, so it kind of intertwines all of the elements before it. The 4 other elements reside quite independently on their own, and the 5th element is this kind of higher level sort of vision, life plans, more in the kind of future realms. And what we do is we apply the qualities of an element to real life situations or real life qualities in us as individuals. So to give you some context, being balanced in this kind of energy of space, you would feel like you've got a lot of time, a lot of space to just grow. You would feel free. So you feel like freedom is there, it's open to you. You have a lot of patience. You have confidence to lead, so you feel really confident to lead your own life, your own path, your own passions, and you feel powerful. When you are out of balance in the space element, you are obsessed with detail, obsessed with independence. You're kind of holding on to your independence. You feel overworked, busy, and quite quick to anger and rage, so that's where it can kind of come out. So today's class, applying those principles, we are going to focus on a little bit of vision, but more about what is our purpose. So there's loads going on at the moment. You know, is there a second wave? Is there a second lockdown? Where can I travel to? Where can I not? Do I want to go back to the office? All of these things. It's so difficult to have that freedom and that power to make those decisions because life has thrown us something that no one has ever been through before. So it's really important that we have this resilience internally, and we practice mindfulness and yoga to help us kind of tune into, to remind us, who am I? What is my purpose? And how can I still live that purpose through this new world, this new normal? Okay, so let's get into the good stuff, the breath and yoga. So settle your hands down, again on the backs of the knees or in your lap, and lower your gaze. With eyes open, we'll take one breath, and then I'd like you to close your eyes. So deep breath in, open the mouth, breathe out. Let's close the eyes, breathe in, and breathe out. Good, now just allow your breath to keep coming in and out. Just guide yourself through your breath for a little while, just as we set the scene. We let the eyes close, we let the mind soften down, We allow the body to catch up, so just the physical and the mental bodies kind of connecting of what's happening. We're in this space, we're relaxing our muscles, we're trying to stay nice and still, and of course we're trying to reduce some of that chatter in the mind. Now, taking a short meditation, I just want you to take a few moments here with your eyes closed and your body still. I just want us to move through our senses. So I want you to scan around the sounds around you. No judgment if there's loads of sound, if it's loud. Just try and really search for even softer sounds. Imagine you're exploring through all of the sounds around you, and if you're lucky enough that maybe there isn't a lot of sound in your space, search far and wide for kind of the hum of something in the room. Really attuning that sense of sound. And coming into the sense of sight, I just want you to keep your eyes closed, but just see if you can kind of start to depict the difference in light and darkness behind the eyelids. Maybe this sort of flicker of contrasting shadows behind the eyelids. And coming into touch, maybe you can feel the difference in air and temperature across the body without making any movements. And without depicting any smell, just using your breath to tune into the apparatus that we use for smell. The breath, the nostrils, maybe there's a candle in the room, maybe there is something to smell. And then lastly we have taste. Try not to move the mouth too much. Perhaps swallow. And come to your breath. Try to increase the rhythm of your breath a little bit deeper. And just start to tune into that purpose. We all have a purpose. It doesn't have to be something that's told to us or given to us by somebody. It takes a real long time for us to really understand what we feel like at different points in our life is our focus, is our purpose. Who do you feel like you are at the moment? What do you think makes you you at the moment? What are those qualities? Who do you want to be? Just tune into that. Really connecting to your inner truth. And remember, this is us uniquely understanding our own level of our mental resilience. It's not about connecting to spirituality. It's just about understanding your own brain pathways. The mind is made up of these thousands of connections in the brain that often you feel like you have control over, and maybe you just live life quite lightly. Maybe other times you feel quite overwhelmed. So really push yourself. Just remind yourself, what are the qualities of who you are, who you want to be? And let's take that with us through the movement part of the practice, through the benefits that we get of yoga. Okay, softly lifting your chin and starting to slowly blink open the eyes. We're going to take some side stretches before we come on to the back. Reach your arms out to the sides. Breathe in, lift them up. Exhale, take them down. Inhale, lift them up. Exhale, hold them there. Good. Take the right hand down. Just swing over to the right with the left hand. And then swing over to the left, reaching the right arm up. Up and over to the right, inhale. Up and over to the left, exhale. One more round, inhale right. Exhale left. Good. Come to lie onto your back for me. We're just going to wake up the spine. Space is all about twists and the spine. So come to lie on your back with your knees bent. Bring your ankles and your knees together. Lengthen out your lower back into the floor and then interlace your fingers behind your head with your elbows into the ground. Take both knees down to the right, so your left hip lifts. Your knees might not touch the floor. Then take them up and over to the left. Try to ground the lower back as you kind of come up through center. Good. Then lift them up and over to the right. You really want to make this a controlled movement. Come up through center. Squeeze the lower back into the ground as you lower to the left. This should get your core to work as well. Bring them up and over to the right. Up and over to the left. Up and over to the right. Last one. Up and over to the left. Bring the knees to center. Good. Lengthen your lower back, so just pick up your pelvis and then flatten it back down. Bring your legs into a chair, so you float your feet up and you want your heels in line with your knees and your feet flexed. This should activate your core a little bit more to kind of keep your legs here. You're going to take the knees about 3 or 5 inches to the right and you should feel your core start to activate. Push your knees together and your elbows into the ground. Then come over to the left. Good, then over to the right. Now I want you to keep doing this in your own time. You might have the strength to go a bit further. So you might be able to go more like 45 degrees to the right. But if your left elbow comes too far up, or your right elbow as you go to the left, you have to reduce the amount that you go. So you need to really focus on pushing your elbows into the ground and keeping your knees as close together as possible. This is what's really going to work the core and the stability of the spine. Keep moving for me. We're going to take a few more. We've really got to get into those parts of the body that help to stimulate activation of the nervous system. Good. Come back to center and then bring the feet to the floor. Release your hands down by your hips, palms facing down. Spread your feet as wide as your hips. Ground your hands and your toes and then lift your hips up to the sky, coming into a bridge. Squeeze your heels and your hands into the floor to activate your glutes. Don't let your knees spread out wide. Let them be above your ankles. Squeeze those glutes. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more. Get those glutes active. Exhale, come all the way down. Good. You're going to cross the right foot on top of the left ankle and just drop the right knee out. Take one breath here, so quite a quick hold. And exhale. Good. Cross the right leg over the left. So now the back of the thigh is there. And then bring your hands above your head in cactus arms. So you kind of bring your arms to 90 degrees. You're then going to wiggle your hips to the right and then drop both knees to the left. So you've got this open twist here. You should start to maybe even feel some clicking down the back. So the right hip is kind of up into the air and the left hip's on the floor. Take 2 breaths in and out. One more. Good. Come back up to the center. Uncross the right leg and then just realign the hips. Good. Then cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. Drop the left knee out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Then cross that left leg over the right, so the back of the thigh is on top of the right thigh. Shift those hips to the left and drop both knees down to the right. Really allow the hips to open. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Good. Bring the knees back up to the center. Uncross the legs, reset your hips. Good. We're going to take rock and rolls up and down the spine. So bring the knees into the chest, take the hands under the knees, and just swing all the way up and down your spine. Good. We want to get that energy moving in the back. You're going to come to a tabletop. So you're going to cross over. I'm just going to switch sides. And you're going to come to hands and knees. So this is your table position. So you spread your fingers wide and your knees are underneath your hips. We're going to take 3 cat-cows, so belly down, inhale, pull the shoulder blades back, look up. Exhale, squeeze the belly in, look through the thighs. Inhale, belly down, look up. Exhale, belly in, look through the thighs. Inhale, belly down, look up. Exhale, belly in, look down. Good, come to a flat back. Very nice. From here, you're going to kick your left leg out to the side. So you're here in your table and you're kicking your left leg out to the side. You're then going to lift up your torso. So you've got this straight left leg. You're going to extend your left arm down your left leg and then reach your right arm over. So we're trying to open the side body here. Really trying to lengthen through the right side flank. Breathing in. Breathing out. Then bring the right hand down to the floor and the left hand over. Look under your left armpit, palm of the left hand facing down. Good, breathe in. Breathe out. Good, come up and then come back down with the hands. Switch side, left knee in, right leg out. Arms to the sky as we lift. Nice flat right foot. Right hand slides down the thighs. You reach the left arm over. Try not to reach forward. Try and stay up with the shoulders. Really opening all the way down through this left side. Breathing in. Good, breathing out. Left hand down to the floor, right arm up. Stretch out through that right side body, palm facing down. Really reach that right hand away. Good, breathing in. Breathing out. Coming up all the way, bring the hands down and then bring that right knee in. Good, okay, tuck your toes and then just sit your hips, your bum down to your heels and then sit the torso up. So just waking up the toes. Bring your hands to prayer. Maybe close your eyes. We're going to take 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Some people can't sit on the heels, so you can sit on a pillow or just stay upright to get that toe stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We're going to come to a forward fold. So reach the fingertips forward, lift up your knees, and then just lift up your hips. Spread your feet nice and wide so they're hip distance or wider. And then hang your head down so that your whole torso, your whole upper body hang down. Allow the hamstrings to open. Feel that tension draining down the back of the legs. Let your head be heavy. Maybe shake out your head from side to side. Really allow tension to drain out the neck. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Slowly come to standing bit by bit. Slowly, 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 all the way up. Good, we want to wake up the joints. So from here with the feet hip distance, lift up the right leg and just roll your right foot. So rolling your right ankle, then to the left. Good, or the other direction. Then bring your hands to your hips, find your balance, so have a nice strong left leg. You're going to bring your knee into it, which is your hip. So big circles with the right knee. If your hip is clicking, that is normal. Circles, outward, and then inward. Good, get that mobility going into those joints. Good, place it down. Right wrist to the right and to the left. Good, let's come across to the right, lift up that left foot, outward circles. Inward circles. Now circles outward with the left knee. Good. Really get some lubrication into the joint. Change direction, inward, internal rotations. Good, place it down, outward with the left wrist, and then inward. We're going to use the hips. Someone can see you, great. Bit of a hula hoop. Whichever direction you've gone in, that's fine. And then change direction, waking up the hips. Okay, nice. Come to the top of your mat, bring your feet together. Bring your arms to the sky, breathe in. Exhale, take a chair pose. Sit the bum down, bring the hands to the heart center, and let's hold it here. Waking up those thighs, really working through the thighs and the glutes. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Bring your fingertips to the floor, and then step your left foot back as far as you can get it and drop your back knee to the floor. Good. Then bring your arms to the sky, ground through your right big toe, and then hold it here. Inhale. Relax your back toes, exhale. Hands to heart center. You can either stay here or option to take a twist. So you take your left tricep to the outside edge of your right knee, and then you push your hands together, and if you've got your balance, you look over your back shoulder. So here again, we're coming into really squeezing into the belly, into the midline. Breathe. Good, arms to the sky, inhale. Hands down, exhale. Tuck the toes, lift the back knee, then step up to a forward fold. Breathing in, hang down, breathing out. Good, come to standing, reach the arms wide, breathe in. Hands to heart center. Good, feet together, we're gonna take a chair pose again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center, sit it back, chair pose. 2 breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 1. Inhale, 2. Exhale, 2. Fingertips to the floor. Bend the knees, right leg steps all the way back. Drop the back knee. Reach the arms to the sky. Ground through the left big toe. Breathing in. Exhale, release the back foot. Hands to heart center. Either stay here or come across with that right arm onto the left knee. And then if you've got your balance, looking over your top shoulder. Really getting that twist from the midline. Squeezing the belly in. You've got it. Breathing in. Breathing out. Arms to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, hands down. Tuck the back toe. Lift the back knee and then step up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Come to standing. Inhale. Hands to heart center. Exhale. Left leg steps back as far as you can get it. Good. Now twist over to the left. Bring the back heel in and down. So you're kind of in like a high warrior 2 legs. Hold it here without bending too far. So have a soft bend in this front leg and then have a strong and straight back leg. Flatten and really grip the mat with your left foot. Push your right knee out to the right. Hands are at the heart center. Breathe. Good. Now deepen the bend a little bit more. Take your right forearm onto your thigh and then take your left arm out above your ear. So reach it out to the top of the mat. Nice strong hands. One palm facing up, one palm facing down. Good. Squeeze those feet into the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift the arms up, straighten both legs, arms parallel to the floor. Good. Reach your hips back to the back of the mat. Feel the stretch down the hamstring and then bring your right hand either onto your thigh or your shin. Left arm to the sky. So we're in Trikonasana, triangle pose. This is a really nice space pose because in the space element we work through the hamstrings and we work through twists, and that's because the space element is in the liver. So we hold a lot of toxins and sort of energy that kind of can pull us down in our liver. So these poses that we're doing today are to activate kind of stuck energy and things where we're not really allowing the body to open. Good. One more breath. Okay, come back up. Take a warrior 2 as a transition. Hold it. This is an earth pose. Bring your hands to your hips, then twist to a lunge. So lift your back heel, come onto the toes, and then step up to the top of the mat. Arms to the sky, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Good. Step back with the right leg as far as you can. And then twist open to the right, back heel in and down. And then here we've got this soft little bend here. Strong and straight back leg. Grip the mat with the right toes. Push the left knee out. Hands at heart center in prayer. Inhale. Exhale. Good. We're going to deepen the bend a little bit more. We take the back of the left forearm onto the thigh and the right arm comes out from the ear. Remember, right palm facing down, left palm facing up. Grip the mat with your back foot so you don't slide away. Grip the mat with your left foot. You need your feet to be super active here. Breathe in. Breathe out. You can do it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come up all the way. Straighten your legs, arms parallel to the floor. Reach your hips backwards. Bring left hand to shin or thigh. Right arm to the sky. Ideally in line with your shoulder here. So we're not flinging it back or up over. We want it just above and in line with the shoulder. Try not to lock out your knee, so don't push it backwards. Have a little baby bend, and then really grip the mat again with the feet. Good. Try to activate your big toes. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Come up, transition to a warrior two, bend, and then bring hands to the hips, come to a lunge. Hips forward, back heel lifts, step up to the top of the mat, arms to the sky, inhale, hands to heart center, exhale. Good. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to the floor as you forward fold. Let's take a halfway lift. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold, bend your knees. Step left leg back to the back of the mat. Hold it here in a lunge. Good. Breathing in. Breathing out. Drop the back knee. Good. Then place the left hand to the floor. You're going to get the right foot to the back of the mat. So you slide the right foot to the back of the mat, and now you're open to the right. Now either you keep your left foot down, so you take your left foot kind of out to the side of the mat, your right arm comes up and your right leg, or you're going to come to full side plank, so you stack your right ankle on top of your left. Hold it here. One more breath. Good work. Everyone come to a high plank. So right arm down, and then you're here, hands under shoulders. You've either got your knees lifted, or you can take a plank with the knees down. You've got 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Downward dog. Exhale. Good. Take 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Drop the knees. Let's take a child's pose. Knees wide, toes to touch. Forehead towards the floor. Let the elbows be lifted and the arms be out in front. Hold it here for me. Close your eyes. Tune back into it. So yoga therapy is all about balance. It's all about getting into the movement. Yes, creating some heat in certain practices. Using the breath. So just relax. Eyes closed. Forehead on the mat. Coming back to that element of getting out of this fear of what happens now, where do we go, how do we travel, is there a second wave, is there someone in my life that I'm struggling with or they're struggling. You need to find that inner purpose, that inner focus and vision to give you the strength to get through this really difficult time. We can do it together. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Let's come to a down dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up for me. Breathe in, breathe out. Look to the top of the mat, walk your feet to the top of the mat and come to a forward fold with feet hip distance. Take a halfway lift, inhale, hands to shins, look forward. Exhale, fold. Arms to the sky, come to standing, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Good. Step your left leg back. Drop your back knee. Hold it here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lift your back knee, then step it to the top of the mat. Take a forward fold. Inhale. Exhale. Right leg steps back. Drop the back knee. Hold it here. Then place your right hand into the floor and then release your toes and just take your right foot slightly over to the right. Then remember, you're bringing this left foot back behind you and your left arm to the sky. So you either hold it here and hover up your left leg, or you come to full side plank where you straighten both legs and you stack the ankles. You've got it. You've got your balance. Wow, amazing. Look to the top hand. If not, just breathe through it. If you've got the right knee on the floor, that's still really great. One more breath. Okay, everyone come towards their plank. So left hand down. Either the knees are high or the knees are on the floor. We've got one more breath. And we have our downward dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Okay, good. Look forward. You're going to step your right foot to the top of the mat. Very nice. You're now going to twist to the left side of the mat and keep coming until you're facing the long edge of the mat. So you have to turn your feet to face over. If you're facing away from the camera, just turn around so that you're facing me. Allow your toes to be closer in than your heels. So just pigeon toe and angle your feet. And then relax your upper body. So let your head be super heavy. If your hands aren't on the floor, it doesn't matter. Just let them hang, or maybe bring them onto the thighs somewhere, or somewhere on the legs. Just really hang out here. You can either swing from side to side. You can reach the arms out in front of you or through your thighs. Focus on allowing tension to drain out the hamstrings. So a lot of people are familiar with how the body deals with trauma and pain, and also just genuine tension. So if you feel that you can connect with when you're stressed or tired, overworked, whatever it might be, you feel like there's a build-up of tension in the shoulders. It's a similar concept. So a lot of people are able to connect to that, but sometimes struggle to understand how, when different things are going on, obviously if we open certain areas of the body, we're allowing energy to move more freely. And energy doesn't have to be spiritual. It can be blood, tissue, whatever it might be. It can be these pathways in the brain and these pathways in the veins and the nervous system to release us from a bit of stuckness. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, let's walk to the top of the mat with the hands. So the hands come to the top of the mat. We turn the feet forward and we frame the front foot. Now you're going to step the back knee down and pull the right knee back to join it. Good. Hands come flat. Take your right knee up to your right wrist. We're coming to pigeon. Take your right foot across to the left. Wiggle your back leg back, so straighten and lift that knee back. And then relax your back foot, but make sure your toes are in line with your heels, so they're not taking it out to the right or the left. Take your hands either side and just pick up your hips a minute, and then pull your right hip back and your left hip forward so that they're level. You don't want your right hip too far forward or too far back. You want your hips level. Then you can come down onto your arms. So either straight arms to hold you up, maybe you can come onto forearms, or take your elbows out to the side and relax your head. Let's take a few breaths here. I invite you to close your eyes if you can. Good work. Close your eyes and tune into your breath for me. Focus on your breath, tune out and tune in. There's so much chatter, there's so much stuff that goes on in our lives. Just be really proud and present in this moment. Okay, good. Lift up, pull your back knee in a little bit, so tuck your toes and pull it in. And then just wiggle yourself out of it, so pull your right knee back, bring your left knee forward. Take your left foot over to the left and then sit that right knee back. Once again, check your foot, so make sure your toes are in line with your back heel. And then slowly pick up your hips, pull your left hip back, your right hip forward, and then settle down into pigeon, or otherwise known as sleeping swan. I'd close the eyes if I were you and just really relax. Focus on that really strong, clear breath. Sometimes we really just need this time to ourselves, but with this medium, right? So some people take a walk, some people run, some people garden. Yoga can be one of those things. It can be hard. This could be a challenging pose. You could be thinking of just the pain that the kind of muscles of the tendons are in, but it is giving us something. We're using it to get to something greater. Very nice. All right, lift your body up. Sit down onto your left bum cheek and just swing your right leg forward for me. You're going to take your right leg out and bring your left foot down by your right knee. Good. Flex your right foot Take your left hand behind you and then reach your right arm up to the sky. Breathe in. And then take your right elbow to the outside edge of your left knee and then push against it as you twist to look at the back of your space. Activate your feet. So you want your right foot flexed and your left toes kind of gripping the mat. Nice deep twist. Remember, space, we're all about twisting. So you're getting the digestion, the liver. Think about it from an anatomical perspective. As we squeeze and kind of move the body in certain positions, the organs have to move with us. So it activates a flow of energy. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Come back around to the center. Drop the left knee out to the side. It might be hanging up out here, or you might be able to get it towards the floor. Maybe pull your left heel in a little bit, and then reach your arms to the sky as you inhale. Hold it here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Good. Hands behind you. Lift the left knee in and then straighten out the left leg. Flex that left foot and switch it with the right. So right foot down by the left knee. Just flip your right hand around so the fingertips are facing back. Inhale. Big breath with the left arm to the sky. And then hook that left elbow to the outside edge of the right knee and then squeeze the belly as you look over the right shoulder. Activate your right toes to the floor. Keep your left foot flexed. Use this connection between the back of the arm and the left and the right knee to kind of get you into this twisted position. Breathe. Good. Come back around to the center. Take those hands back. Drop the right knee out to the right. Maybe pull the heel in. Lift up and out of your rib cage. Reach as tall as possible. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. You've got it. Inhale. Exhale. Good. One more. Exhale. Very nice. Reach the right leg back out. You can either have your legs together or hip distance. You want to try and sit upright. Some people really struggle, so you might be back here. It is a bit of a challenge. Try to keep your shoulders above your hips if you can. Bring your hands to prayer and you're sitting really upright with the legs active, the feet flexed, the belly nice and tight, the shoulders in line with the hips. It's a hard pose to actually hold. If you're really holding this right, you should feel so much activation everywhere. In your belly, your abdomen, your thighs, your shoulders. Breathing in, breathing out. Good. Okay, come to lie all the way down onto your back for me. And then you're going to bring your knees into your chest and then take your hands to the inside edge of your thighs and grab onto the outside edges of your feet. So you're just taking a kind of mini happy baby. So we're not lifting the feet up yet. You're keeping the feet kind of touching. Ideally the toes are touching. And you're just holding to the outside edges of your ankles, your feet. And just when you take a little rock from side to side, this should already allow your hips to open a little bit. Breathe. Good work. Okay, we're going to come to happy baby, best pose. So bring your feet up. So just kick your feet kind of towards the ceiling. Now you want your feet and your hands to have a bit of a fight here. So you want your hands to be pulling your feet down towards you, and you want your feet to be kicking up towards the ceiling. So you're really trying to squeeze everything that you've got. Feet towards the sky, hands towards the floor. This activates your hips. Don't let your hips lift up. So make sure your tailbone is trying to be on the floor. Some people often pull the knees towards the ground, that the hips lift. Try not to do that in this pose. Try to bring your lower back down to the floor. This activates your abdomen and your torso muscles. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, butterfly. Soles of the feet together. Bring the legs down to the floor. So knees out wide. Soles of the feet to the floor. If this is too intense, slide your feet slightly further away from your pelvis. This can actually give a nicer hip opener. I prefer my heels towards the top of the mat instead of closer to my pelvis. Now take your hands onto your belly button, one on top of the other. Lengthen your neck, so chin slightly tucked. And then close your eyes for me. Okay, take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, sigh it out. Lick the lips. Swallow. Deep breath in. Out through the mouth. Close the mouth, in through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. In through the nose. Out through the nose. Good. Bring the knees slowly together. Straighten out your left leg. And then just bring your right knee in towards the chest and then cross it across the body so that the right knee goes to the floor on the left. So you need to roll up onto your left hip to allow your right knee towards the floor. Open your right hand to the right and take your chin towards the right hand. And again, keep those eyes closed. Open those body areas. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bring the knee back into the chest. Straighten the right leg out along the mat. Realign your hips. Bring your left knee in. Roll right up onto that right hip. Take that left knee over to the right. Open the left hand. Close down the eyes. Relax your chin to the left. Breathing nice and deep. You've got it. One more breath. Good. Roll the hips back in and come through to your Shavasana for me. Well deserved. Bring your hips together, so just down onto the floor. Straighten and lengthen your legs out. Arms by the sides, palms facing up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Good. Now just relax the body. Drop away from this regulated breath. Allow the breath to be natural. Allow the shoulders to relax. The hands and the arms to relax. And just scan through your body as you're led here. And see if you can soften a little bit deeper for me. Really relax all the muscles, anything holding you back. And remember, this energy of the space element is freedom, powerful, feeling confident in our ability to lead our own life, our own path. Being able to make choices and have the space that we need around us to do that. And even if that doesn't feel possible in your life right now, just have hope. Everybody has the capacity to have that in us. Take a few moments with the eyes closed, just lying here for me. And for you. Take these well-deserved moments before going back into that world that we know is very chaotic. There's so much stuff that gets thrown our way. Life is really just a navigation. It's really not that easy. You're constantly having to navigate your way through situations and choices. So using this class and things like this is just another medium. It's just another tool. Bit by bit, give some space to the mind, build a strength. When you're ready, take some small movements in the fingers and toes and roll to your right hand side with the eyes still closed. And eventually just come back up to join me in a cross-legged seated position. Bring your hands to prayer. Bow your head to your hands. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Very nice work, everybody. Namaste. Good work. Thank you. If you have questions or anything that you'd like to say, you can write in the chat. If not, wherever you are out there, thank you. Lovely to practice with you on this glorious Thursday. So yeah, if you'd like to do any more work with me, I'm running a course with MoreMind at the moment, which is a beginner's meditation guide. You can find that on online courses. I'm also running a course on like neuroscience and mental resilience that is due to launch in October. So look out for that. And I will see you all soon. If you've not got anything to share or to say. Thank you. Lovely to meet whoever you are out there. I will see you all soon. Bye bye.